Right. Morning. So, and good morning, Terry, isn't it? Terry's online, okay. All right. So then, this morning, people would know anyway that Geshe is not going to be teaching. He's not here. He's in Brisbane, um, receiving uh, medical treatment, Chinese medical treatment, uh, uh, obviously for his health, particularly in relation to problems he has with his blood pressure, elevated blood pressure, and diabetes, and also liver issues. Then, so hopefully, as a result of this treatment that he's going to receive, or is in the process of receiving, then uh, his health problems will be resolved, or at least significantly improved. He's already been down. He was down for 2 weeks, and he came back briefly over the weekend. I think on the probably Sunday or Monday for a couple of days, and then he went back down again. Now he's down, and I think for another 10 days or another 2 weeks, I guess, depending on how the program goes. So here we find ourselves together, if we can, to engage in this practice with good motivation. But from engaging in this practice, may it be that we creating the causes here to influence in whatever way we can good health of Geshe, so that he continue to be here, to function here as the resident teacher of Geshe Institute, as Lama Zopa Rinpoche had wished, and that he's able to continue on with this and continue to provide support for people, whoever makes contact with Geshe Institute. And so then we, in this session here, we'll be doing the Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga. Yeah, this one here is booklet. We've got that. And then we'll also do the King of Prayers. Okay. Oh, it's on page 344 in the gold book, in the thick book, in the Bible, the Golden Bible. Right. So then we can start here on page 3 of the Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga practice. Sangye choran sogi chonam la jancho badu dani kapsu chi dagi jin sogi pe sonam ki lola panje sangye do pa shog. Sangye choran sogi chonam la jancho badu dani kapsu chi dagi jin sogi pe sonam ki lola panje sangye do pa shog. Sangye choran sogi chonam la jancho badu dani kapsu chi dagi jin sogi pe sonam ki dola pancha sangye do pa shok. And then the four immeasurables here. Just to say these four immeasurable practices: immeasurable equanimity, immeasurable loving kindness, immeasurable compassion, and immeasurable joyfulness are there in order to strengthen and stabilize our mind of bodhicitta. So firstly, equanimity. So we're directing our mind out to not exclude anyone, embrace everyone. And then within immeasurable loving kindness, recognizing others as being extremely kind, and then cultivating the mind more naturally to wish others to be happy. Then with compassion, because you recognize they have difficulties, all beings, you wish for them to be free of suffering. And then joyfulness, as it is directed even more so to everyone, regardless, even if they have good fortune. May they continue to have good fortune and really rejoice in whatever benefit, whatever happiness that they have. So then firstly, immeasurable equanimity. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings were to abide in equanimity, free from the closeness of attachment and distance of hatred, May they abide in equanimity. I myself will cause them to abide in equanimity. Please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. So just briefly reflect on that. And immeasurable love and kindness. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings were to achieve Buddhahood. May they achieve Buddhahood. I myself will cause them to achieve Buddhahood. Please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. And immeasurable compassion. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings are free from suffering, the causes of suffering. May they be free of suffering and its causes. I myself will cause them to be free from suffering and its causes. Please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. And immeasurable joyfulness. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings were never separate from the happiness of high rebirth and liberation. May they never be separated from these. I myself will cause them never to be separated from these. Please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. Everywhere may the ground be pure, free of pebbles and so forth, as level as the palm of the hand, the nature of sapphire and soft. And so then at this point here, we just absorb those refuge objects that we've done there. We're surrounded by all many countless numbers of beings, but we absorb them, Buddha Dhamma Sangha, into ourselves in order to really stabilize our mind so that this practice is a Buddhist practice by taking refuge, and then cultivating altruistic mind of bodhicitta, establishing it as a Mahayana Buddhist practice. And then having done that, we engage in the main practice here to invoke uh, Lama Tsongkhapa, the founder of this order of Tibetan Buddhism, and his two principal disciples. From the heart of the Savior, 100 deities of Tashita, on the peak of a cloud resembling a clump of extremely white fresh curd, King of the Dharma, omniscient Losan Drapa, please come here because of your sons. In the sky before me, the lion-throned lotus and moon, my perfect pure Guru smiles with delight. Supreme field of merit from a mind of faith. Please abide for 100 eons to spread the teachings. Your holy mind has the intelligence that understands the full extent of objects to be known. Your holy speech with its excellent explanations is an ear ornament for those of good fortune. Your holy body is radiantly beautiful and glory renowned. To you are meaningful to see, hear, and remember. I prostrate. Pleasing drinking water, various flowers, fragrant incenses, lights, scented waters, and so forth. Oceans of cloud-like offerings, both actually arranged and mentally emanated, I offer to you the supreme field of merit. Whatever non-virtue of body, speech, and mind, especially those opposite the three vows that I've collected from beginningless time, I confess each and every one from fervent regret from my heart. So this part here of confession, we do purification, we can do. If you know the Vajrasattva mantra, long one, then recite that. If you don't know it, then you can just recite Om Vajrasattva Hom, Om Vajrasattva Hom, or even just visualize light purifying you of negativity so that you can better accomplish the benefit of others. So then just to recite this mantra 21 times quietly to yourself. Om Vajrasattva, Om Vajrasattva. So then this limb of rejoicing here, Lama Zopa puts emphasis on that to really reflect on this also. Um, so wherever beings, holy beings who are creating virtue or have done in the past, future, present time, and then ordinary beings, oneself and others, to really rejoice here from the depths of our heart, wherever there is light being generated into the world. You strove for much learning and practice in the degenerate age, and made your freedoms and riches as meaningful by abandoning the eight worldly concerns. Save you with sincerely rejoice in your extensive deeds. How wonderful it is, how wonderful it is, how wonderful it is. Perfect, pure, holy gurus from billowing clouds of wisdom and compassion in the sky of the Dharmakaya, please let fall a rain of profound and extensive Dharma upon the receptacle of those to be subdued exactly as they need. May whatever virtue I have collected benefit the teachings of all transmigratory beings, and in particular may it cause the essence of perfect, pure Losandrapa teachings to shine forever. Shi po ki shui shi me tok tam ri ra bing shi ni de gen pa di san ge xing du mi te o wa yi do ko nam dak xing la cho pa shok. By the merits having offered this mandala to the Lama Tsongkhapa and his two sons, may I, my family members, and all sentient beings be able to meet, practice, and actually teach the victorious one, Losang Drapa, who had the morality of an eminently pure way of life, was courageous in the extensive conduct of the sons of victorious ones, and accomplished the yoga of the two stages of supreme bliss and emptiness. Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamiyatayami. And then here, focus principally on purification practice. Lama Tsongkhapa and two disciples in front or in crown of one's head. By the force of having fervently requested in this way, hollow beams of white light are emitted from the hearts of the perfect pure Father and Sons, and combining into one enter my crown. White nectar, the color of milk, flows from the opening of the tube of white light, cleansing all my sicknesses, spirit harms, negative karmas, obscurations, their imprints without exception. My body becomes as pure and clear as crystal. And so then we recite on page 13, Lama Tsongkhapa prayer, one mala, one rosary of this. We can recite aloud outside, aloud together. 3 times, and then the rest silently, quietly to oneself. Mimme zewe te chenrezi, dreame kempe wampo jampo yan, dumo palu jomwe sanwe da, kanchen tempen sunken sankapa, lo sandra ble sabla so wa dead. Mimme zewe te chenrezi, dreame kempe wampo jampo yan, dumo palu jomwe sanwe da, kanchen tempen sunken sankapa, Lozandra bless abla so wa deb. Mi me se wait te chen re zi. Dreame kempo wampo jumpo ya. Dumo palu jo we san we da. Ganchen tempen sun kun son kapa. Lozandra bless abla so wa deb. Mi me se wait. Imezi Rete Chenezi Dreame Kempa Wampo Jampa Mo Palu Jove Zangweda Ganchen Tempenza Ganzon Kappa Losandra Bleza Bla So Wadi. So on page 18, request, and so we recite this 3 times. May my wisdoms of listening, reflecting, and meditating increase. May my wisdoms of explaining, debating, and composing develop. May be granted the supreme and common realizations. Please best to quickly become like you. May my transcendental wisdom simultaneously born great bliss. May my stains of mistakenly grasping things that will be purified. May my netted doubts thrown in the mind be cut off. Please best to quickly become like you. May my wisdoms of listening, reflecting, and meditating increase. May my wisdoms of expanding, debating, and composing develop. May it be granted the supreme and common realizations. Please best to quickly become like you. May my transcendental wisdom simultaneously make bliss arise. May my stains of mistakenly grasping things that will be purified. May my nether doubts thrown in the mind be cut off. Please best to quickly become like you. May my wisdoms of listening, reflecting, and meditating increase. May my wisdoms of explaining, debating, and composing develop. May be granted the supreme and common realizations. Please best to quickly become like you. May my transcendental wisdom simultaneously born great bliss arise. May my stains of mistakenly grasping things as real be purified. May my nether doubts holding the mind be cut off. Please bless me to quickly become like you. And then the foundation of all good qualities. The foundation of all good qualities is the kind and perfect pure Guru. Correct devotion to him is the root of the path. By clearly seeing and applying great effort, please bless me to rely upon him with great respect. Understand the precious freedom of this rebirth is found only once, is greatly meaningful and is difficult to find again. Please bless me to generate the mind that unceasingly day and night takes its essence. This life is impermanent as a water bubble. Remember how quickly it decays and death comes. After death, just like a shadow follows the body, the results of black and white karma follow. Finding firm and definite conviction in this, please best always to be careful to abandon even the slightest negative action and accomplish all virtuous deeds. Seeking samsaric pleasures the door to all suffering. They are uncertain and cannot be relied upon. Recognizing these shortcomings, please best to generate the strong wish for the bliss of liberation. Led by this pure thought, mindfulness, alertness, and great caution arise. The root of the teaching of keeping the Pratamoksha vows. Please best to accomplish this essential practice. Just so I have fallen to the sea of samsara, so have all mother transmigratory beings. Please best to see this, train in supreme bodhicitta, and bear the responsibility of freeing transmigratory beings. Even if I develop only bodhicitta, but I don't practice 3 types of morality, I will not achieve enlightenment. With my clear recognition of this, please best to practice the bodhisattva vows with great energy. Once I have pacified distractions to wrong objects and correctly analyzed the meaning of reality, please best to quickly generate within my mind stream the unified path of calm abiding and special insight, and become a pure vessel by training the general path. Please best to enter the holy gateway of the fortunate one, the supreme Vajra vehicle. At that time, the base will accomplish the 2 attainments of keeping pure vows and samaya. As I become firmly convinced of this, please best me to protect these vows and pledges like my life. Then, having realized the importance of the 2 stages, the essence of Vajrayana, by practicing great energy, never giving up the 4 sessions, please bless me to realize the teachings of the Holy Guru. Like that, may the Gurus who show the noble path and the spiritual friends who practice have long lives. Please bless me to pacify completely all outer and inner hindrances. In all my lives, never separate from perfect Gurus. May I enjoy the magnificent Dharma by completing the qualities of the stages of paths. May I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. And then the request for Lama Tsongkhapa to remain in one's heart. Magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide in lotus seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness and grant me the realization of your holy body, speech, and mind. Magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide in lotus seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness and grant me the supreme and common realizations. Magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide a lotus seat at my heart, guide with your great kindness and remain steadfast until I attain the essence of enlightenment. And so then we can go now to the King of Prayers on page 344. I bow down to the youthful Arya Manjushri, you lions among humans, gone to freedom in the present, past, and future. In the worlds of the 10 directions, to all of you with body, speech, and sincere mind, I bow down. With the energy of aspiration for the Bodhisattva way, with a sense of deep respect, with as many bodies as that is the world, to all you Buddhas visualized as real, I bow down. On every atom are Buddhas, numberless as atoms, each amidst a host of Bodhisattvas, and I am confident the sphere of all phenomena is entirely filled with Buddhas in this way. With infinite oceans of praise for you, and oceans of sound from aspects of my voice, I sing the breathtaking excellence of Buddhas and celebrate all of you gone to bliss. Beautiful flowers and real gardens, sweet music, scented oils and parasols, sparkling lights and sublime incense I offer to you, victorious ones. Fine dress and fragrant perfumes, sandalwood powder heaped high as Mount Meru, or wondrous offerings in spectacular array I offer to you, victorious ones. With transcendent offerings, peerless and vast, with a profound admiration for all the Buddhas, with the strength of conviction, the Bodhisattva way, I offer and bow down to all the victorious ones. Every harmful action I have done with my body, speech, and mind, overwhelmed by attachment, anger, and confusion, all these I openly lay bare before you. I lift up my heart and rejoice in all the positive potential of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in the 10 directions. The solitary realizes here is still training those beyond, of all ordinary beings. You are the bright lights of the world, the 10 directions, who have attained the Buddha's omniscience through the stages of awakening. All of you who are my guides, please turn the supreme will of Dharma. With palms together, I earnestly request you may actualize parinirvana. Please stay with us for eons numbers as atoms of the world, for the happiness and well-being of all the wanderers in samsara. Whatever slight positive potential I may have created by paying homage, offering and acknowledging my faults, rejoicing and requesting that the Buddhas say and teach, I dedicate all this for full awakening. May you Buddhas now living in the worlds of the 10 directions, and all of you gone to freedom in the past, accept my offerings. May those not yet arisen quickly perfect their minds, awaken these fully enlightened ones. May all the worlds of the 10 directions be entirely pure and vast. May they be filled with bodhisattvas surrounding Buddhas together beneath the Bodhi tree. May as many beings as exist in the 10 directions be always well and happy. May all samsaric beings live in accord with the Dharma, and may their every Dharma wish be fulfilled. Remember my past lives and all varieties of existence. May I practice the Bodhisattva way, and thus in each cycle of death, migration, and birth, may I always abandon the householder's life. Then following the footsteps of all the Buddhas and perfecting the practice of Bodhisattva, I always act without error or compromise, with ethical discipline, faultless and pure. May I teach the Dharma in the language of gods, in every language of spirits and nagas, of humans and demons, in the voice of every form of being. May I be gentle-minded, cultivating the 6 paramitas, and never forget bodhicitta. May I completely cleanse without omission every negativity and all obscures this awakening mind. May I traverse in all my lives in the world, free of karma, afflictions, and interfering forces, just as the lotus blossom is undisturbed by the water's wave, and just as the sun and moon move unhindered through the sky. May I ease the suffering of the lower realms in every many directions and dimensions of the universe. May I guide all wanderers in samsara to the pure bliss of awakening and be of worldly benefit to them as well. May I practice constantly for eons to come, perfecting the activities of awakening, acting in harmony with the various dispositions of beings, showing the way as a bodhisattva. May I always have the friendship of those whose path is like mine, with the body, words, and also mind. May we practice together the same aspirations and activities. May I always meet a spiritual mentor and never displease that excellent friend who deeply wishes to help me and expertly teaches a bodhisattva way. May I always directly see the Buddhas, masters, and circled by bodhisattvas without pause or discouragement for eons to come. May I make extensive offerings to them. May I hold within me the Buddha's genuine Dharma, illuminate everywhere the teachers that awaken, embody the realizations of Bodhisattva, and practice ardently in all future eons. While circling through all states of existence, may I become an endless treasure of good qualities, skillful means, wisdom, samadhi, and stabilizations, gathering limitless, pristine wisdom and positive potential. On one atom I shall see Buddha fields, numberless as atoms, inconceivable Buddhas, bodhisattvas in every field, practicing the activities of awakening. Perceiving this in all directions, I dive into an ocean of Buddha fields, each an ocean of 3 times Buddhas in the space of a wisp of a hair. I too practice with oceans of eons. Thus I am continually immersed in the speech of the Buddhas, expression that reveals an ocean of qualities in one word, the completely pure eloquence of all the Buddhas, communication suited to the varied tendencies of beings. With strength of understanding, I plunge into an infinite enlightened speech of the Dharma of all the Buddhas that 3 times gone to freedom, to continually turn the wheel of Dharma methods. I shall experience in one moment such vast activity in all future eons, and I'll enter into eons of 3 times in but a fraction of a second. In one instant I shall see all those awakened beings, past, present, and future lions among humans, with the power of the illusion-like stabilization, or constantly engaged in inconceivable activity. I shall manifest upon one single atom the array of Buddha, present, past, and future. Likewise, I shall enter into the array of pure Buddha fields in every direction without exception. I shall enter in the very presence of all my guides, those lights of the worlds who are yet to appear, so sequentially turn the wheels of complete awakening, those who reveal in nirvana, final perfect peace. May I achieve the power of swift magical emanation, the power to lead the great vehicle through every approach, the power of always beneficial activity, the power of love pervading all realms, the power of all surpassing positive potential, the power of supreme knowledge unobstructed by discrimination, and through the powers of wisdom, skillful means, and samadhi, may achieve the perfect power of awakening, purifying the power of all contaminated action, crushing the powers of disturbing emotions at their roots, diffusing the power of interfering forces. I shall perfect the power of the bodhisattva practice. May I purify an ocean of worlds, may I see free an ocean of beings, may I see clearly an ocean of Dharma, may I realize an ocean of pristine wisdom. May I purify an ocean of activities. May I fulfill an ocean of aspirations. May I make offerings to an ocean of Buddhas. May I practice without discouragement for an ocean of eons. To awaken fully through this bodhisattva way, I shall fulfill without exception all the diverse aspirations of the awakening being practiced. All the Buddhas gone to freedom 3 times everywhere. In order to practice exactly as a wise one, called Samantabhadra, all embracing good, the elder brother, the sons and daughters of the Buddhas, I completely dedicate all this goodness. Likewise, may I dedicate just the skillful Samantabhadra, whose pure body, speech, and mind, pure actions, and pure Buddha fields. I shall give rise to the aspirations of Manjushri for this bodhisattva practice of all embracing good, to perfect these practices without discouragement or cause in future eons. May my pure activities be endless, may my good qualities boundless, and through abiding in immeasurable activity, may I actualize infinite emanations. Limitless the end of space, limitless, likewise limitless the living beings, thus limitless their karma and afflictions, may my aspirations reach be limitless as well. One may offer to the Buddhas all wealth and adornments of infinite worlds of 10 directions. One may offer during eons numberless that of the world, even the greatest happiness of gods and humans. But whoever hears this extraordinary aspiration and longing for the highest awakening, gives rise to faith just once, creates far more positive potential. Those who make this heartfelt aspiration the bodhisattva way will be free from all lower realms, then free of harmful companions, will quickly see Amitabha, infinite life. And even in this very human life, they'll be nourished by happiness and have all conducive circumstances. Without waiting long, they'll become like Samantabhadra himself. Those who give voice to this extraordinary aspiration will quickly and completely purify the 5 boundless harmful actions created under the power of ignorance. Blessed with supreme knowledge and excellent body, family attributes and appearance, there will be inconceivable vast interfering forces and misleading teachers, and all the 3 worlds will make offerings. Going quickly to the Bodhi tree, sitting there to benefit sentient beings, subduing all interfering forces, they will fully awaken and turn the great wheel of Dharma. I have no doubt that complete awakening is a fully ripened result only by a Buddha, of holding in mind by teaching, reading, or reciting this aspiration of bodhisattva practice. In order to train just like the hero Manjushri, who knows reality as it is, And just like Samantabhadra as well, I completely dedicate all this goodness just as they did. With that dedication, which is praised the greatest by all the Buddhas gone to freedom in 3 times, I too dedicate all my roots of goodness for the attainments of the Bodhisattva practice. When the moment of death arrives, by eliminating all obscurations and directly perceiving Amitabha, may I go immediately to Sukhavati, the pure land of great joy. Having gone to Sukhavati, may I actualize the meaning of these aspirations, fulfilling them without exception, for the benefit of beings who, as long as space one endures. Born from an extremely beautiful superlative lotus in this joyful land, the Buddha's transcendent mandala, may I receive a prediction of my awakening directly from Buddha Amitabha. Having received a prediction there, may I create vast benefit for beings throughout the 10 directions with being emanations of the power of wisdom. Through even the small virtue I've accumulated from this prayer, the Bodhisattva practice, may all the positive aspirations of beings be fulfilled in an instant through creating limitless positive potential by dedicating this prayer of Samantabhadra's deeds. May all beings drowning in this torrent of suffering enter the presence of Amitabha. There is a king of aspirations, which is the greatest and sublime, helping infinite wanderers in samsara. Through the accomplishment of this scripture, dazzling with Samantabhadra's practice, may suffering realms be utterly emptied of all beings. Okay, we just go back here to page 23 in the Lama Sankapa book, dedication. By the force of the victorious one Sankapa, acting as our direct Mahayana virtuous friend in all our lives, may we never turn away for even a second from the pure path highly admired by the victorious ones. May we be able to live a life of pure morality, listen to many teachings, train in bodhicitta, and have pure view and conduct without corrupting or polluting the teachings of Losandrapa, the second victorious one. Glorious Guru, whatever your body, retinue, lifespan, and realm, whatever your supreme and excellent name, may I and others become exactly like that. By the force of praise and request made to you, may all disease, evil spirits, poverty, and quarrels be calmed. May the Dharma of good fortune increase in regions in which I and others dwell. Please bless that the lives of glorious gurus be long, and all beings equally in extended space be happy, that I and others without exception collect merits and purify obscurations, may quickly achieve Buddhahood. May I not give rise to heresy for even a second in regard to the action of the glorious Guru. May I see whatever actions are done as pure. By this devotion may I receive the Guru's blessings in my heart. For the Dharma King, Tsongkhapa's way of Dharma to flourish, may all signs and obstacles be pacified, and all conducive conditions be complete. Due to 2 types of merits, the 3 times myself and others, may the teachers of the victorious one, Losandrapa, shine resplendent forever. So then back in the thick book to 321 for dedications, final dedications. So then also to be thinking that along the lines that from having engaged in this practice here, particularly the purification practice of Lama Tsongkhapa, may be the case from that our mind becomes purified of obscurations so that we can act most wisely, act and speak and think most wisely, so as to create the most conducive conditions for the successful treatment of Geshe Tsultrim. And also within that too, that purification that takes place in the mind, that we're able to see the things most clearly, most wisely, in order to respond to whatever difficulties that may arise in and around Chenrez's Institute in our life and so on. Like this, to act in the wisest possible way. So then dedication 321. Jonchu Senchor Rinpoche Mage Panam Keguche Kapha Nyampa Me Payi Gone Gondu Pelwa Shog. Then page 320. Jiten Kamdi Pende Malupa Gale Joe Sampa Yizino Katin Some Tenzin Gaso Shor Kuzi Tenchin Tozi Londu Shor. And then page 322. Tony Ninje Son De John Pela Church Sao Se Gan Chen Ten Do Gun Chana Pemo Tenzin Ga So La So Wa De So Se don don to shore. In the book, the booklet Swift Return of Lama Zopa on page 5. And here be thinking as well for the swift return of Lama Zopa, and also that how things occur in terms of his return and recognition, and in that particularly that earlier period of his time, of his life, that things become very conducive for him to be able to evolve in such a way as to be of greatest benefit to beings, whatever form or circumstance he takes rebirth in. Peerless teacher and assembly of children, victorious ones, Sravaka and Padiyaka Buddhas, victorious Losam, father and sons, along with the ninja masters, all the objects of refuge, the infinite lands, please bestow the virtue and goodness of accomplish this prayer here and now. Holding and spreading the Muni's precious and complete teachings, their explanation and practice, with all the armor of patience that is never discouraged, incomparable venerable Guru, to you I make request. While striving single-pointed for the sake of victorious one's teachings, the sole great ways for which all benefit and happiness emerge from other living beings who suddenly departed to peace. What a great loss. Nevertheless, through the undeceiving truth, the blessings of the ocean, the three jewels, and the great ways of bodhicitta, the children of the victorious ones, may the smile of a reincarnation swiftly beam in glory for fortunate disciples. And then to page 323. Due to all the past, present, and future merits collected by me, or merits the 3 times, collected by numberless Buddhas and numberless sentient beings, which are completely empty, existing from their own side, may I, who am completely empty, existing from my own side, achieve the state of full enlightenment, which is completely empty, existing from its own side, and lead all sentient beings who are completely empty, existing from their own side, to that state which is completely empty, existing from its own side. By myself alone, who is completely empty, existing from my own side. I fully dedicate all these virtues to be able to train just like the hero Manjushri knows reality, and just like Samantabhadra as well. I fully dedicate all my roots of virtue, their dedication praise the best, while the all gone beyond victors the 3 times in order to have good conduct. For the Dharma King, Tsongkhapa's way of Dharma to flourish, may all signs and obstacles be pacified, and all conducive conditions be complete. Do 2 times merits the 3 times myself and others. May the teaching the victorious one, Losan Drapa, shine resplendent forever. Okay. So thank you.